What's your name and what's your company?
Hi, I'm Jin. My company name is Bicameral.
And what does the company do in like really short explanation?
Bicameral just means two chambers. The two chambers that we are trying to service here is the product managers and the software engineers. Now, we know that in stressful environments, they are often bickering about timeline, about scope.
Yeah.
So we want to get in there and help mediate this conflict.
So if I remember correctly, you just pretty recently moved to San Francisco, right? Yeah. You're a Catholic entrepreneur. Why did you come here?
Well, it's a mecca for tech. I'm doing my pilgrimage. I spent 4 years in New York City, which is where I discovered the faith in the first place. I see this as almost like a mendicant journey for myself. I want to come out here, I want to meet different kinds of people with very different worldviews and work with them to build something great.
How did becoming Catholic change your perspective on being a builder, being an entrepreneur? Did anything like substantial change?
I started exploring the Catholic faith after I left my previous startup. And so I was at my previous startup for 2 years. It is still going. I'm very privileged to have a great co-founder, but I feel burnout, exhausted, lack of meaning. And that's how I stumbled upon the faith. Now, during this faith journey, I learned a lot about what it means to build in the secular world. Like, what's the purpose of business? And one thing that strikes me is St. Augustine's framing, which is the idea that you could either curve inwards or you curve outwards. And the temptation for a lot of intellectual, someone like me who is interested in exploring ideas in depth, is to close in on myself and build something that makes me happy rather than service society. So in the past 6 months since I came here, I've been very conscious that I need to be talking to customers, users every day, because at the end of the day, my talents are meant for them. Not for myself.
I really like that perspective. I haven't heard that before. What has it been like so far in terms of finding a Catholic entrepreneurship community? Obviously, we're here, having some drinks, but like, what else? How have you found it?
I love that, I get to mingle with like-minded people, right? To be honest, it is a bit challenging to balance, the demands of pursuing an early stage startup with meeting people. What I've personally found is I go to parishes that rejuvenate me. So I've been going to the shrine of St. Francis. I find it aligns very much with what I'm going through. So that's been very helpful for me.
What's the core advantage as an entrepreneur who is Catholic?
It gives you a different perspective. And oftentimes, it's a perspective that's missed by all your competitors. So I'll give you an example. The reason we stumble upon what we're doing is that we see the pain that people in the industry are going through, specifically in software development. Yeah. Everyone's talking about AI. It's talking about substituting human beings. But if you look at the day-to-day of companies adopting AI, there is so much confusion, lack of empathy. In fact, in the last year alone, the empathy gap, which is a statistics, by the way, measuring the misunderstanding between cross-functional roles, has significantly increased. That one metric as our core, our North Star. We want to close the empathy gap between both sides. And we have been able to find resonance with both sides. And that's really, I think, a unique perspective that learning about the faith teaches you.
How do you integrate the faith into your business, whether that is you personally and your routine or how you run the company?
One thing that has been helpful and refreshing to me is it made me much less angry and frustrated as I'm running my company. So I'm collaborating with engineers, with business co-founder, and in my previous startup, I would be frustrated when they don't understand me or when they don't do things my way. The last 6 months, I've been challenging myself. Every time there's a misunderstanding, I ask myself, how can I show them more love, not less? Yeah. And what I have seen is the fruits of that, right? People are much more willing to engage and bring out their best after I showed love.
Where can people learn about your startup? What's the website?
It's Bicameral.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.